Hey, Johnny A here. Just figured I'd take a little video tour of some of the knives they make. Because usually they get sold and people want to see what they look like, and all I have is pictures. So I figured I'd at least do some video and maybe a couple close-ups. I started making knives in 2004 with a piece of deer antler I found in the yard. Last couple years I've been doing forging on an anvil, hammer and forge, forming the blades from red hot steel. I do almost all my sole authorship. This one right here has a blade that was made by a guy called Barr. Makes excellent blades, and I bought a blade off him and handled it. And the sheaths, I'm actually filming this on a piece of cowhide that I used to make the sheaths, so that's kind of what it looks like before it's dyed and stamped and all that. Of course my thing won't stand up now. There we go. So yeah, we'll start with the little one. There's a little tiny, little small hunting knife. It's got the little, I don't know how good the close-up, yeah, it doesn't, the focus is not very good on this, is it? But all hand stamped leather, wet formed. This one has a deer antler handle with whale ivory butt cap and spacer in the front. And it's got some little bit of gold, brass spacers in there. This is a forged blade. I'm pretty sure it's 1095 steel. I have it written down somewhere, but unfortunately I can't get any closer to show the details, or it just gets blurry. But you get a good view of it. It's nice and shiny. The deer antler shines very well. I don't know if you can see it, but it shines almost like glass. And yeah, that's the small one. Small little hunting knife. Soldered guards. All my guards are soldered to the blade. Keeps all the moisture out of there, and it'll never, if you had an old knife where the guard wiggles, that'll never happen. Click lock sheath. It's kind of hard. I'm watching on the monitor as I'm filming, so I'm kind of doing everything, feels like I'm doing everything backwards. This one I just completed a couple days ago. Kind of just like a, I don't know, a basic hunting knife. I don't know if you can see the signature on there. I don't know if it's getting fuzzy. Yeah, it's getting fuzzy. But this one has a stabilized green handle. Kind of interesting. It's like some kind of acrylic stuff, and they vacuum seal the wood. So all the wood pores that were in this handle are all filled with acrylic, and it actually shines. I mean, it's wood, but there's no varnish on this, and there's no there's no oil. It's just shine on a buffing machine. And we got some red and white spacers under the handle there. I don't know if you can see the signature, but and this one came out pretty cool. I like the shape. This is my first one with a thong hole too. That's popular now. You put a little lanyard loop there so you can grab it real quick and pull it out. That's a nice one. That's a nice lightweight one. The wood's a little lighter than the antler. This one right here is that Craig Barr 5160 Damascus steel. I bought that off eBay. He sells some great blade blanks on eBay. Of course, all handmade. Everything's handmade except the metal blade on this one. This is my first one where I was doing decorative brass pins on the handle there, and those actually came out pretty cool. See if I can keep it in the middle of the screen here. Here we go. Came out pretty darn symmetrical. And this is desert ironwood. This is a very dense wood. It's almost as hard as stone. So you got like a little bit of a Loveless profile going in there with the bulge in the middle. Makes for a very nice grip with that slight little bulge in the middle. And yeah, I looked through a William Moran book and saw all his beautiful silver inlay. So I don't know. I just got a little artsy and figured I'd try brass. And I laid it out very carefully, and it's very, very even. It came out very well. And you can see on the blade has a temper line. Let's see if we can show it. the metal down here has been tempered and is hard, whereas the metal back here on the spine and the handle is soft. So if you ever really needed to heavily use the knife, it would bend before it would break. Not that we would ever get that far, but that's nice. It's got the tapered tang on it. You can see the tang gets narrower toward the end. And it makes the knife feel more light and lively in your hand instead of bulky. That's a nifty little one. It'll all shave hair off your arm. Actually, it'll shave hair off your leg too. Leg hair is more difficult to shave than arm hair because it's denser, thicker. And, well, I guess of the bunch, I don't know, I guess I would call this one this is the masterpiece of the bunch. I don't know if it's the masterpiece, but it took the most time. This one took me about 45 hours. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got a lot of layers in the handle here. This is buffalo horn. And then we got copper, silver, copper, and then a black spacer in the antler. Same thing on the front, going towards the German silver guard. This one has some embellishment on the handle. It's a piece of copper. Oops, I get to shine right. A little piece of copper artwork on there. Just to add a little pizzazz. And the butt, the pommel is notched out to fit the natural curve in the stag. And I left this one a little rough forged on the ricassos here, so you can tell it's actually a forged knife. Smashed on an anvil into shape. Got a little bit of a swedge grind on the top of this one here. Makes the point a little bit of a more evil profile as you see it from the front. But yeah, this one came out very good. It's got some nice curves on it. Hopefully it's not too fuzzy. And the deer antler is shining like a mofo. Really good shine on this stuff. This is sandbar stag, very dense. It's denser than, you can see the shine on the end there. It's denser than like North American deer stag. So yeah, that's my favorite one of the bunch. Alright, well thank you for checking out the knives, and maybe we'll have some more in a couple months for you to check out. Have a good day.